Hi, I'm Mara.
And I'm Linda, the other half of Paint Transfer Design. We are Dixie Belle retailers located in Warwick, Rhode Island. We have an online store at painttransferdesign.com, and you can also shop locally in Warwick, Rhode Island. And today we are collaborating with 8 other Dixie Belle retailers. We will provide a playlist at the end of this video so that you can link and subscribe to their YouTube channels. We hope you enjoy this collaboration as much as we did. In today's project, I am working on a jewelry box, and my inspiration for this piece is coming from a design by Leah Noel Design Co. She's a Dixie Belle brand ambassador with White Lightning Cleaner. And with the White Lightning Cleaner, all you do is add a tablespoon to a gallon of water or a spray bottle and clean your piece well. You want to spray the piece with the White Lightning mixture, and then after you scrub it down or wipe it down, you will then wipe it off with water. You always want to follow up any cleaning of any project with a follow-up of wiping it down with clean water. So this piece was a dark mahogany piece, and I will show you the back of the top of the, so this is the back of the jewelry box, and this is the color that we were working with. I didn't know what color I was originally going to go with, so I painted the entire piece with gray Boss, one coat. You can do 2 or more, but that allows, that's a stain blocker, odor blocker that I like to use when I'm painting dark furniture. The colors I'm going to be using, inspired by Leah Noel, is Mermaid Tail, Fluff, and she used Florida Orange. Okay, so on the start of this project, I want to just tell you what I'm using. You want to, of course, completely clean the piece with White Lightning. You want to wash it off with water. And then I used, I did 1 coat of Boss, blocks odors, stains, and bleed through. I'm going to be using 2 coats of copper patina. That will be the first step on this piece. I have many of my paint brushes available. Flat, mini, angle, mini, flat, small, French tip, and oval medium. I probably won't be using a lot of these, but when I'm blending the paints in the 3rd stage, I will be using 1 paint for each color and then a neutral brush for blending. In addition to the patina paint, I'm going to be using the green patina spray. When you get it, it comes separated like this. You want to keep this separated because you do not want this to get corroded. You only put it in the bottle when you're going to spray it. So to work patina, you usually do 2 coats of the patina paint. You'll put 1 coat on, let it completely dry, put a 2nd coat on, and while it's still wet, you're going to spray the patina spray where you want the patina to take effect. I'm also going to be making my own orange color, and I will be blending Rustic Red and yellow together to make orange. We do have a beautiful Florida Orange, but I'm only using a small amount, so I didn't want to open up a 16-ounce can. The Florida Orange comes in 16-ounce jar. So in addition to that, I'm going to be using Mermaid Tail, which is in this container, and Fluff. Where's my Fluff? Fluff. And then I will, at the end, when everything is completely dry, I'm going to be using Clear Coat Satin. So I hope you enjoy this collaboration with the other Dixie Belle retailers, and we're going to have a full playlist at the end of this video. Enjoy. Thank you for joining us, and please hit the subscribe and bell button on our page. We'd love to have you follow us. So here's the jewelry box I purchased on Marketplace. As you can see, the top is a dark mahogany, and I don't have the door, so I took the drawers out and I prepared them for painting. And these are my legs that I purchased. My husband was kind enough to sand them down for me. He sanded this point right here. And he thinks he's gonna sand a little bit more, but we're gonna attach them here. I decided to go with a patina finish on this piece as a base of the project. The first thing, I took my copper patina paint and I painted on one coat, allowed it to dry, and then painted on a second coat. I used my flat mini brush to apply the first coat. Next, I am getting my spray bottle ready to use. You want to also always keep the spray nozzle separate from your patina spray, as it will activate if you have the nozzle in there and ruin it. I place my first coat brush in a plastic bag to keep it moist. Place the spray bottle to the side, and then I will prepare the second coat on the piece of furniture. You want to apply the second coat the same way you did the first. After the first coat is fully applied and while still wet, you're going to spray your patina spray randomly on your piece. Whenever you're using patina paint and spray, you do not want to cross-contaminate any of your products. So if you apply the paint with your paintbrush, as shown here, and then you spray, do not use the same paintbrush to touch up. You want to use a separate brush. So if I was to touch the patina spray and then put it back into my container, that would contaminate the whole container of the copper paint. When using the spray, you want to spray lightly, and if you do not want the drips to show, have a damp paper towel next to your piece so you can catch any drips that show. The next step on this piece was to apply my Mermaid Tail paint. I wanted to start at the bottom and work my way up, adding the paint, dabbing, and stepping back from the piece just to see how it looked from a distance. I used the Mermaid Tail over the entire piece, dabbing and painting just to see if I liked it. And then again, I would step back from the piece. This part of the project is very easy, and don't be afraid to use your imagination. Anything that you do can simply be fixed by going back either with the copper paint or another color paint. So remember when I said I was going to make my own orange color paint? I had Rustic Red and Lemon Yellow. I mixed the two together equally in equal parts. The color that I actually got was more of a pink color, so I just went with that. It seemed to look like an Adobe type finish on my project. I continued to add the colored mixture, which was more of a pinkish color or an apricot color to the entire piece, dabbing it on the legs and the bottom of the piece, on the draw accents, the curved sections of my project. I went over the entire piece, and then I also had my Mermaid Tail brush handy in case I needed to go back and add more of the Mermaid Tail. The next thing I did, I took my Fluff chalk paint. I dabbed a little in with my oval medium brush. I wiped it off with a towel, and then I started adding highlights to the piece right below where the apricot color was. I continued to do this over the entire piece, including the legs, top, and sides, until I was satisfied. Again, you can always go back and add more of your contrast colors at any point. I continued to work on the piece until I was satisfied. I then opened the doors and painted the inside with my Mermaid Tail. I'll go back and add more highlights after I'm completely done. The final step with this piece is going to add a sealer. I'm eventually going to add Satin clear coat.